Hello, how are you, students? Good morning, good afternoon, good night. It depends of the time you are watching this important video about poor ergonomics can have negative consequences on your health. Negative consequence on your health. One of the most common reasons why ergonomics is ignored is that we often confuse the symptoms it causes with the condition. You can see in the picture when we are not taking care about the tools, ergonomic tools at home, ergonomic tools at the office, we can have the consequences can be negative in our body. We tend to attribute eye strain to working too many hours, tingling in extremities to conditions like anxiety and muscular pains, for example. It is important to understand that these symptoms can also be caused by seemingly harmless factors like poor lighting, for example, an uncomfortable chair, or the repetition of detrimental movements. In other words, the root of our suffering is poor ergonomics. Poor ergonomics can cause musculoskeletal disorders. These are debilitating, painful conditions affecting muscles, tendons, tendon sheaths, and nerves. We have to be careful if we are not sitting in the right position, if we are not sitting in the best chair, because our back can suffer, can have negative consequences. A condition in which a nerve within a specific passageway in the wrist is pinched, causing an array of symptoms ranging from unpleasant to painful. Poor ergonomics can cause back injuries. In the picture, you can see what can be the consequences if we are not taking the right position or posture. The nature of your profession often determines your risk of suffering from painful back injuries. Some of the highest risk employees are those working in healthcare profession, for example, the nurses, the doctors that are doctors involved in surgeries and so on, nurses, dentists, a lot of them, a lot of examples. Nurses, for instance, or those who care for the ill of elderly tend to bend from the waist continually and lift or move patients with more weight than their body can bear. Other kind of consequences. Poor ergonomics can cause headaches and migraines. Working for too many hours with a groin lining can cause headaches. We can have headache if we are not taking care about ergonomics. It could be one of the negative consequences: headaches, migraines, and so on. It can also cause everything from itching, burning, and fatigue in the eyes to seemingly unrelated symptoms like indigestion, nausea, and even blurred or double vision. Poor ergonomics can cause a stiff neck. We can have stiff necks. More often than not, we tend to attribute severe pain in the neck and immobility in the neck area to a bad sleeping position. For example, we are often surprised to learn that the cause can commonly be attributed to action undertaken during our waking hours. Okay? What about if you keep your neck in a rigid position for too long? Okay? You can have a lot of problems. We have been discussing about it. We are not taking care about ergonomics. The consequences could be negative in the future. Poor ergonomics can cause trigger finger. This condition results from the inflammation of tendons and or the tendon sheets located in the finger. Repetitive movements or using one's grip too strongly or too often can make it difficult to move fingers without experiencing sharp pain. Okay, we had to be careful. We have to be careful about using the right ergonomics at the office, at home, because remember that our body is going to suffer consequences. Our neck, our back, our wrists, our legs, our fingers, our nerves. So you have to be careful. When we are talking about ergonomics, try to pay attention to all the suggestions, to all the examples, to tools that we can use at home or we can use at the office. Thank you very much for your attention.